All right, guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you how we spent $80,000 on inbound leads, make $0, but how we also took that $80,000 mistake and turned it into a multi-million-dollar profit. So basically, inbound marketing is one of those marketing channels that you can spend tons of money and see no return. And a lot of you guys probably have done that in the past and just burnt tons of money. So like I have people who are doing PPL and they're spending $20,000 a month to just close no deals. And it's because they have their campaign set up the wrong way and they don't actually have the right things going on. One of my clients, whose name is Devin, was doing about $30,000 per month and he was spending tons of money on PPL, spending about $7,000 per month on PPL to close 0 deals, literally 0 deals. He was getting all of his deals from SMS and old follow-up deals. What we did was we installed a very simple method that I'm going to be showing you guys today that 4x his business in 30 days. So he literally went from $30K per month to $120,000 locked up to close in the next 30 days just by doing these same practices I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. So if you're doing inbound leads and you're not getting a massive success, having a 3, 4, 5, 6x return on your dollars spent, then this video is going to be important to you. So all you got to do is sit around, watch this video, copy and paste exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go so deep to where your eyes are going to glaze over. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do and how you can copy and paste this with yourself or with your sales team to go make more money. So essentially, like I said, for me, when we implemented what I'm about to show you, it allowed us to turn an $80,000 loss into a multi-million-dollar profit where we spent millions of dollars on ads and making millions of dollars in income. So basically, here's how most people do it and why it's wrong. Most of you guys have been watching my YouTube channel for quite a while now and probably know that I have an accelerator program that's made for people who want to pay to grow their business faster. And after working with over 150 clients in the last 2 years, what we've done is we've redone the entire product so that we've been able to streamline success for our clients. And this new streamlined product in the first 3 months has created 7 businesses to hit their first $100,000 per month. And so since we've helped over 150 clients scale their wholesale business to multiple 6 and multiple 7 figures per year, we've been able to really see what works. And we just redesigned our entire product to create a copy and paste system that our clients are using to scale their businesses extremely quickly. There's gonna be things like, getting KPIs installed, getting your sales process going, having the MLS strategy installed, hiring an admin, hiring a lead manager, how to onboard these people, and just having a copy and paste system. And then we also are gonna take you through getting your financials in order so you have a lot of clarity on like what your business actually does. So you're not stressed on how you spend money and where the marketing money goes and when's it coming back and all that kind of stuff. We're going to take you through exactly how to hire a copy and paste strategy on how to hire your first acquisition manager. Cause I know that's the hardest part of business is getting yourself out of that sales seat. So we take you through that, how to onboard that person, etc. How to do the same thing for Dispo, how to do the same thing for TC, whatever it may be. And then obviously there's plenty of other like straight up copy and paste SOPs that you would get as part of the program. And these copy and paste SOPs will change the foundation and the infrastructure of your business forever. And basically the entire goal is to pair you guys with a one-on-one coach who actually does the business at a very high level, that they're able to help you implement these things perfectly in your business. That's going to make the difference for you being where you're at to where you want to be. And so I'll keep it brief, but if this is something that you are remotely interested in and how we would scale your company to $100,000 per month, allowing you to work less, then all you need to do is go down below this video, click the link below, fill out some brief info, and show up to that call. With that being said, we will hop right back into the video. Most people start with the lead coming in and then they send it to their VA or to their underqualified person who's taking that phone call. And then what that VA does is they fumble the conversation and they try to set the appointment up to you or to your acquisitions guy. This is what we were doing. We had our VA taking the inbound phone calls and then trying to set appointments, and they were doing that. And they were converting these to appointments at about 10%. And we did SMS, so we were like, that's pretty freaking good. But what we didn't realize was that, hey, these leads didn't convert for whatever reason. We couldn't figure it out. So what we did was instead of trying to bang our head against the wall and just spend more money and just cancel and quit, what we did is we found someone who was actually doing this exact process, and they were turning $1. Every $1 they spent was worth $5 for them. And so that's really good because for us, $1 was worth 0. So we weren't making any money. So what we did was, it was very simple, is we took, instead of going lead to VA and then VA to you, is we went lead to the most qualified person. The most qualified person, whether it's acquisitions, whether it's you, whether it's your best lead manager, the best person who can have that first phone call. We'll just call it an AM for this scenario. So lead to AM. And what that did was we realized this 10% conversion number from lead to appointment turned into 50%. That's a 50, I swear. 50%, not an S, 50%. So I'm not a genius, but that 5x the amount of appointments we're getting. So here's the thing that no one actually tells you about inbound marketing. Imagine myself, I'm going to try to get a landscaper to come cut my grass. Okay, I call the first couple landscapers I find on Google. The first one who answers me and gives me a good understanding, a good feeling that they're going to go and get this job done on time. They're going to charge me a fair price and they're going to be reliable. The first person who makes me feel that way, I'm stopping my search. My search is over. Anyone else who didn't answer and calls me back after, I'm telling them, hey man, I already got it solved. I don't need landscape anymore. So it's the same exact thing you're having happen right now, and we had happen a lot, is sellers were telling us, hey, I actually don't need to sell my house anymore. And that was because our first conversation that we were having with these people was horrible. It was with a VA who was having a very botched cold call type conversation that works with SMS, works with cold call. But then when the AM has the conversation, we build a deep level rapport, and they're like, oh yeah, these people can definitely help me out. And that's why it started working. Obviously, a key that you have to do that I have not talked about yet is you need to call these people in less than 3 minutes. 1 minute would be really impressive. Less than 3 minutes, you need to call these people. If you can do that, you will have a very high chance of being the first person to get in contact with them. If you can do it in less than a minute, I looked at all of our deals. We had so many deals that we closed where we called the lead the first time within 30 seconds of them coming in. And that's because our team had notifications on their phone and literally it notifies and they go boom and call it, and that's it. That fast. If you can be that quick, you're going to be the first person to talk to anyone. So now you understand like the basic general gist of like what causes us to lose a lot of money. And honestly, it's pretty simple. Not a hard thing. Go find someone who's doing the thing well and then copy exactly what they do it. And so after we implemented the strategy where we go lead to qualified person, and then we have the conversation, we convert 50% of the people, we have the best person on the phone, all that kind of stuff happened. The next 30 days for us, what happened is we went from 80K equaling 0 to the next 30 days. What happened was we spent 20K and that equaled 120. So which scenario do you like better? I like this one a lot better. And that's what we like to do and kept doing. So all right, let me erase this and show you guys exactly how we were able to take someone from 30K to $120,000. So it's really quite simple. 30K. And again, the big thing here is 30K a month, but no revenue from inbound marketing. Maybe it was like a few grand, it was like a tiny deal. But here's what was happening. So we were using PPL, this company was, and they were going after this huge sea of people. And what they were doing was trying to get really low cost per lead. So their cost per lead was maybe like $150. It was like really cheap, right? All that matters is know that they were going for really cheap cost per lead. And they were going to all the rural places. That's a big no-no in my opinion, because what was happening was they were getting baby deals. Their average deal size, I think it was like 7.5K, which sucks. 7.5K sucks. I hate that number. Not a fun number. If you have less than a 10K deal size, you are doing yourself a massive disservice. And so that was one reason. The other thing was they had like a 50 to 60% fallout rate of all their deals. So 50 to 60% of all their deals were completely getting canceled, were a complete waste of time, and took more effort to try to sell them than any of the other deals. So now that we understand what's going on, we have 30K per month, average deal size is 7.5K, and then we have a 50 to 60% cancel rate. How do we get them to $120,000 projected in the next 30 days? It's literally 122. So 122K. And that's a 1 month number. So we 4x'd in literally 30 days. What do you guys think is the issue? For me, what my thought is, it can only be two things. It's only your process. So that's step one, your sales process. I spelled process wrong, but it's your sales process, or it's your lead process. And the reason why I know it's one of these two things is because he can close deals in the past. He's proven that. So it wasn't a sales thing. It was a process thing. I quickly identified, hey, it's not going to be a process thing. We went through that. He called the leads fast. He didn't suck like we did when we spent 80K to make nothing. He was actually really good at that. It was a lead process thing. He was going after all these people everywhere and getting nothing in return. And that's why his pipeline was getting clogged up and nothing was actually working. And so once we fixed this, obviously this went to 122. So you're going to ask me, how did you fix this? Because this is probably a problem that a lot of you guys are having. And let me just reiterate what the actual issue is. And what happened for us, and here's the statistics, is we spent about $60,000 on bad area leads and made $55,000. We lost $5,000 on these leads. And then we spent about $120,000 to $130,000, remember the exact figures, on good area leads. And we made like $500,000 on those leads. I don't know about you guys, but we got a huge return on the good area leads. We were getting like a 5x, and we got a really bad return on the bad area leads. So what we did was we cut out a third of our marketing to all the bad areas. We increased our budget to the good areas, and then we made way more money. And so that's literally that simple. So we took the same idea and implemented it with depth. So here's how we did it. Very simple. You need to track your KPIs, and you need to look at them by your city or county, just location. All that matters is location. You look at it this way. And when I say KPIs, I mean your manufacturing lines. So your lead, appointments, offers, contracts, sold deals, average deal size, expenses, etc. So you can get your ROI. And then I also want to look at it generally by list or by lead source. Once we have these numbers, we could very easily identify the problem. I knew that, hey, there was like a half of the cities and half of the counties were working, and then half of them were a complete waste of time. But most of the budget was going to places that were a complete waste of time. So when we rerouted that budget from the old place to the new place, we had to pay a lot more for leads. But we knew we were going to convert leads at a way better rate. So for a little math, and I know this is like maybe getting slightly deep, but I think for a little math, just to put this in perspective, would you rather buy no knowing that you close in a good area, let's just get this on it's 1 in 10 in a good area. In a bad area, it's 1 in 30. In a bad area, you close at 1 in 30, okay? So what's more efficient for your business? 1 in 10, all day. It's gonna be way more efficient, way better leads, way better conversions. Okay, which one would you rather have just off the surface? I'm gonna have this one all day. Every day of the week, I'm having 1 in 10 leads convert. So if I'm paying $100 for a lead over here, and then I'm paying $300 for a lead over here, which scenario is cheaper? It's the same price, obviously, it's the same price. It's $3K for a deal here, and it's $3K for a deal here. Then we got to go a step further. How much is this deal worth to you? So this is the money that it makes you. Well, for this deal, it's worth $30K. For this deal, it's worth 7.5 in that scenario that we had, which is what it was. Which scenario would you rather have? Would you rather have a $3,000 cost per deal here, but it takes you 30 and to make 7.5, which means you make like a 2x on your money? Or would you rather spend $300 per lead to make 30K and it's 1 in 10? Now, this number in reality, if you're doing PPL, is probably going to be closer to 400 for most people's markets and places. So you're spending a little bit more, but you're making a huge ROI, because this is $4,000 for a deal, and then this is 3K. But in this scenario, you make 26 grand. In this scenario, you make 4 grand. I think that's pretty straightforward, and that's why the business absolutely quadrupled immediately, because we closed the same number of deals, but we closed these deals instead of these deals. And so that's why the business was able to just shoot up like a rocket right away. So to go from 30 to 122, and again, this is a 30-day number, so this is a 1-month number. To go from here to here is very simple. All we had to do was to put a process in place to make sure every lead that came in our system in the CRM was actually a lead that we wanted. So that's number one. So get a good lead gen. Number one is get a good lead quality process. Once you have a good lead quality process, and every single lead is a piece of product that you want, a piece of property that you want, and a location that you want, then you're rocking and rolling in a really good way. Number two is that you need to make sure that your lead calling and lead handling and intake process is dialed in, and you have the best people on the phones from right away, and that literally that one change is going to make you a lot more money. Sales process. And the third thing that makes this all possible is by tracking your KPIs. And if you don't track your KPIs, you're not going to actually know how to make decisions like this, so that you can go from 30 to 120K by pulling one lever in your business. So KPIs. So if you need any help tracking any of these things, doing lead quality, sales process, KPIs, whatever it might be, so that you can go from 30K to $122,000 like Devin, then all you need to do is just go down below this video, click the link below, book a call with my team, and we'll take you through the exact process that we would use to scale your business. If that's something you're interested in, go down below the video, click the link below. If not, then stay tuned to the next one, and I will see you guys on the other side.